What a glorious afternoon.
It was engaged, are we?
I beg your pardon?
I have received information from various sources that you have been spreading rumors of our engagement.
Please don't shout at me.
To deny it? Deny this if you can. Mr. Byte's associates in Germany have been most diligent in providing us with facts.
There's a vendetta against me in Germany, you know that.
In England as well, I suppose. I have it on no lesser authority than the editor of the Times that you proudly boasted to him that you were the author of this nasty, corrosive little book, written with the deliberate intention to hurt.
I told the truth. That was all.
No. You betrayed your husband and everybody that mattered to you in your adopted country, and they were right to throw you out. It seems we have you to thank for the treaty which binds France and Russia against Germany. Well, there's vengeance for you. A woman's vengeance.
I served the best interests of my country, and I earned the gratitude of the Star, as I hope perhaps one day, Mr. Rhodes, I may earn yours.
It's no good. You've been rumbled. Can't you understand that?
Why are you afraid of me?
Afraid of you? I despise you.
You fear me because in me you recognize an equal strength.
I see no purpose in pursuing this discussion.
Mr. Rhodes, your whole life's work is in jeopardy. At no time have you been in greater need of support and encouragement to help fulfill your noble ideal. And yet, you surround yourself with sycophants who take and give nothing in return. I would give of my whole self.
In what possible capacity would I employ you?
As your partner. As your wife. A wife who understands you as she understands herself. And who would free you from all matrimonial demands that might conflict with your nature. In time, you will give serious consideration to my proposal.
I warn you, if you ever once link your name with mine again, I shall take that to the newspaper. Cape Town will become as intolerable to you as Berlin ever was.
No. Because I always succeed in my aim. You and I, Mr. Rhodes. Two great forces, harnessed together.
What's it to you, Princess? It's all a long time ago. Why rake through the embers?
Embers? The three of you set the continent alight.
That's how Rhodes would like to tell it. Barney didn't know with any of that. We was businessmen, pure and simple.
But you gave Rhodes the means to take Africa. You let him win.
Win?
Right, just the two of us. What's your pitch?
Come in with me, Barney. Nobody could stand against us for long. In a year, we'd have the market, all of it. Now, here are my terms. 2 of your central shares for 3 of ours. I'll buy all of your minority holdings in the Kimberley mine at 10% above market price, 50,000 for this lot. And I'm inviting you to become a director of De Beers.
Oh, that's rich, that is. You could shut down De Beers tomorrow and the Kimberley mine on its own could produce twice a diamond as the whole bleeding world could buy. One company, right? But it starts here. The Kimberley mine.
Don't have it. Do you? You don't have it. I am De Beers. You're only part of this.
Just give me time, Mr. Rhodes.
We don't have time. Every day, every hour, every minute that we're divided against ourselves, we're bleeding to death. Ectherma the mega, Barney. One great enterprise. It must be so. And you can't do it without me.
Nor you without me, Mr. Rhodes.
Are you going to invite me in, or do I have to force my way in?
Hungry dogs out the loudest, Mr. Rhodes.
Very well. If you take my terms, I'll make you a personal offer over and above. Strictly between us, mind. Not a word to the partners on either side.
Come again.
Name your price.
Put that away, Mr. Rhodes.
Well, what the blazes do you want?
What do I... What? You listen to him. Same as you, matey. Same as you. But on my terms. Now, if you don't mind, I'll be getting on with my graft. Sorry?
So it's war.
Please yourself, Mr. Rhodes.
Well, good day to you. Good day, Mr. John.
He tried to square me, son. He tried to square me. Strictly between us, Mr. Barnato, but how's about a bit of bunce on the side? Me, so? I'm worth twice the gelt he is. You know his problem, don't you? He's dotty. He's stark, staring dotty. Thinks he's Kimberly's bleeding messiah.
He's got some powerful friends, Barney.
As soon as he talked Greek to me, I knew he was dotty. He came to me, so. He came to me. What does that tell you? He's locked up in a second-rate mine with no place to go. Well, why should I care? Give me 6 months, I won't be no Cecil bleeding Rhodes. Just for the exercise. Just for the exercise. Oh, I beg your pardon, madam. As we say in Oxford, coram balliorum scheisser meiser. It's Greek, madam. Greek. For beggars can't be choosers. Talk of the devil. When was you last this side of the tracks, Mr. Rhodes? That day. Drinks all round, darling. Black velvet for Mr. Rhodes.
He's coming to a boil, eh?
Yep. Think you can stand the heat?
We're closing the gap, you know.
You're miles away. You're blooming miles away. What's it costing you? You and your crowds paid a bloody fortune. For what? To up your stake in the Kimberley mine by 5 measly %? You'll never catch me. In the meantime, you're pushing up my shares in my company through the bloody roof. I'm worth 3 times what I was before the schmozzle started. 49 quid a share. What a monster.
Tempting, though, isn't it?
What is?
To sell at that price.
You take me first for me.
Oh, not you. Your cronies.
I know what's at stake. They're standing by me.
Oh, yes. Cheering and slapping you on the back. And selling out as soon as they're round the corner.
Ones and twos. Ones and twos.
You mark my words. You're going to find yourself all alone in your central company. Well, we're willing to reopen discussions. Why don't you do the deal now, whilst you're in a strong position?
I've learned a lot about you, Mr. Rhodes. And one thing's as plain as a nose in my face. When you start sweet talking, that means you're really up against it. Here's to you and yours.
I do.
Hello, Maureen. De Beers, biggest sale of diamonds this town's ever seen.
Yeah, it makes no sense. You're the only one who could pay for this lot.
Poor bastard. He spent himself in a corner. Whichever way you look at it, it's curtains. If I don't buy, he's in trouble. If I do, I'll flood the market. You sure about the figure, son?
Yeah, it's a fair price.
Grading's all right. Weight, size, colour. It's all spot on.
Everyone happy?
It's all fair and square, Mr. Rhodes. 700,000 quid a lot.
Good. Shall we sign? Because I don't have to tell you, Mr. Bonato, that if you put this lot on the market all at once, you'll be doing us both a great deal of harm.
Well, depends on how you look at it, Mr. Rhodes. Sometimes you have to lose a bit to gain a bit, if you take my meaning.
I rather think I do.
What the bloody hell are you doing?
What do you reckon, Barney? 6 weeks to resort this lot? Hmm?
You! Oh, come you. You're up with the best of them, aren't you?
£700,000 of your money to fight you with and 6 weeks in the clear.
How's about that, for Cecil?
Do you know, Barney, I've always wanted to see a bucket full of diamonds.
Come on. I'll walk you down to your office.
Do you know something? You and me's cut from the same cloth after all.
You're right, Barney, and it's the finest quality. The very finest.
You know, no one's ever said that to me before.
Come on, I'll buy you lunch at the club.
Oh, shut your crowd and never let me in.
Let them try and stop me.
You should have seen her faces, so you should have seen them. No, we had me around the beers, all the facts and figures. I'll be the largest stockholder in the whole conglomerate.
Be careful, Barney. Careful.
You take me for a schlemiel, so I know his game. The greatest friend a man could have for as long as he needs you. I promise you, so. I ain't doing no deal till you and me's out on top and our arses are covered till the day we die. No, listen. This one beats them all, right? No, I get this idea, like, you know, buy a painting or two, you know, sort of investment, like, you know. So I'm in this place where they flog them, right? Yeah, it's all very proper. And I guess talking to this rather tasty little shikser. And, you know, top drawer, you know, real class. And out of the blue, she says to me, she says, "Oh, Mr. Bonato, you must come home and see my water." Now, look, I don't know, bloody constable from a copper, right? But where I come from, a woman's what-oh only means one thing, right? So, game as a pebble. I says to her, what, you sure? See your what-oh? She says, oh, yes, I think you like it. I says, all right, then where's the old man now? She said, oh, don't bother about him. He'd like to be there as well. The capital. I says, I'm sorry, miss. I don't go in for that kind of caper. Nose is really out of joint, eh? Oh, well. Afraid there won't be many more lunches here. Pity. I was getting to like the old place.
Oh, don't you worry about them, Barney.
Now, they'd all gang up, you see. Nobody be able to stop them. Not even you, Mr. Rhodes.
Give me what I want. I'll make you a member of the Kimberley Club.
For life?
For life. Item 1, life governorship of De Beers. Item 2, solid Joel on the board. Items 3 and 4, he wants to be a member of the Kimberley Club and the Cape Parliament.
Not the club.
I didn't make it quite clear. Items 3 and 4 are my responsibility. So, item 1, life governorship. Any thoughts?
Preposterous. And quite unconstitutional.
Oh, is it? Oh, well. See, I must say I thought it was rather a good idea. But, in fact, I was going to go one further. 5 life governorships. Bernardo, myself, and the 3 of you. For long and arduous service. I'm sure I could say the other directors. As for the shareholders, well, I don't think they'd begrudge the generals a medal or two after we've swept them on to victory. So we vote.
Now, Mr. Bite, who has a head for these things, has made a careful study of all the diamond fields known to man, and he has produced a very remarkable figure. This great company, your great company, De Beers, can proudly claim 95% of the world's diamond production. Great ambition has been fulfilled. We are now, without question, the richest, the greatest, the most powerful company this world has ever seen!
Calls himself a king.
Perhaps I can represent him.
Thompson. I hope I'm not inconveniencing you.
Not at all, Mr. Rhodes. Mr. Rudd?
This is Rochford Maguire. He's an old Oxford chum. One of the keenest legal minds of our generation.
Hello. Delighted.
Been telling Maguire all about you, how you've licked our compounds into shape. He's got 6 native languages, you know.
5, Mr. Rhodes.
The 3 of you will make a grand team.
I beg your pardon?
Thompson, I want you to chuck your job. I've got much more important things for you to do. I'm ready to fulfill a dream. All the territory south of the Zambezi. An area bigger than France, Germany, Belgium, and Holland combined. and all ruled over by one naked old savage. That's right, Lobengula. What'd you say?
When I understand the proposition, I'll be able to offer an opinion.
Simple. All I want is a piece of paper. An agreement for exclusive mineral rights in all of Lobengula's domains. The rest, well, the rest will follow.
The rest?
No, later. Well?
It's absurd.
Well, that's not like you, Thompson. That's not like you at all.
He's already pestered by concession hunters, and he hasn't given away an inch.
Vagrants and outlaws. Why should he deal with them?
But to ask for the whole country?
Do you imagine that I haven't prepared the ground? Well, do you?
Furthermore, De Beers Consolidated Mines Limited is empowered to control and manage railways, tramways, roads, telegraphs, canals, harbours, to acquire any tract of country.
Harbours, then? In the development and government thereof, to expend on secret services. Secret services? And he wants my signature! He's flipped, so. He's really gone and done it. These aren't the articles of a mining company. Oh, no. We're going to take on the whole bleeding world. We're going to run countries, raise armies, wage wars, paid for by De Beers Consolidated Mines Limited. Get your hat and coat.
For heaven's sake, calm down, man. And sit down. You too, Solly.
Let me get this straight. I'm the largest shareholder with De Beers, and no one is going to play Julius bleeding Caesar or friggin' Napoleon with my money. Is that clear? I'm a businessman, Mr. Rhodes, not a bloody emperor.
All right. Let's talk as businessmen. Kimberley, virtually all the world's diamonds. The Witwatersrand, the greatest goldfields known to man, and a mere 300 miles between them. Now, it would be contrary to nature, wouldn't it, to suggest that in all this vast emptiness there is nothing whatsoever. There could be another 50 rands, another 100 Kimberleys. Where's our precious monopoly then?
Look, I'm not here to talk bloody ifs and maybes.
No, nor I, Barney, nor I. Let me show you something. Has anything like this been seen before in Kaffir country? Has it? Barney, we have it on the authority of the Bible that somewhere here lies a lost kingdom, the biblical kingdom of Ophir. The site of King Solomon's mines, the source of the Queen of Sheba's riches.
It's blooming unbelievable.
No, listen to me. Now, this carving was found in a country called Mashonaland. It's the territory between the Limpopo and the Zambezi. Taken from a great and ancient stone city. And all across Mashonaland, wandering hunters have found ancient mines. Groves of lemon trees, pomegranates, things unseen in Africa. And each new discovery supports the legend. Mashonaland is, in my firm opinion, the lost kingdom of Ophir.
So we just, gets ourselves an army and ups and takes it. What do you reckon about what? Million Schwarzers dotted about in there? No problem sorting that lot out.
We don't have to sort it out. It's already been done for us. A generation ago, a huge Zulu army, the Matabele, swept through this territory and established their headquarters at Kwabulawayo. Their ruler is a king called Lobengula. I shall make a legal arrangement for all the mineral rights throughout his domains.
You ain't got...
Oh, I've worked at this, Barney. I've worked at it and everything's in place. Queen's stamp, Barney. This is an official letter from the governor of the Cape commending our mission to Lobengula.
Hercules bloody Robinson. Good old Humpty Dumpty. He's really earned his cut, hasn't he?
With Lobengula. We won't. To the north, King Luanika of Barotseland, a legal arrangement for all the mineral rights throughout his domains. Gungunyana in Gazaland, Mutaza in Manicaland. Our agents will cover Africa with scraps of paper till De Beers has the balance of the map. The balance of the map!
Are you seriously going to send blokes in the blue yonder with nothing but a letter from Humpty Dumpty to cover their asses? You're talking about thousands and thousands of bleeding miles! Places where no white man's ever been!
You're wrong! You're wrong, Barney. There's a whole network of white men in every Kaffir capital. Men who are trusted by the blacks. Men who are desperately short of funds.
Hallelujah.
Yes! The missionaries, our standard bearers. I've been hard at work, Barney. The London Missionary Society, the Scottish, the Jesuits.
All right. Supposing you pulls it off. It's all signed and delivered between Cecil Rhodes and His Dusky Majesty. You're happy, they're happy. So what's all this I'm supposed to sign about armies and secret services and bloody governments? What do you need them for if it's all going to be sweet and legal?
It's dreams, Mr. Rhodes. And dreams don't pay dividends.
No! Not dreams. A practical plan. The only practical plan. First the mineral rights, then the power. The power to protect those rights.
You can't take on whole countries. That's a job for the blooming British government.
Oh, I've tried the British government. They won't touch it. I've tried the Cape government. They're too poor to do it.
And how are we supposed to bloody well do it?
We must do it! Otherwise it'll be taken away from us. The Germans, all down this coast, almost to the Cape border. The Portuguese, here and here. The French and the Belgians. And the Boers, the Transvaal Boers, ready to sweep in from the south.
So this lot just sit on their arses while we ups and takes it.
No, the scraps of paper, Barney. Don't forget the scraps of paper. We will have the legal rights. All we have to do is register those rights with the British government. With the authority of Britain behind us, who is going to stop us?
Pie in the sky. You do this, he does that, he does something else. Well, you don't know, do you? Because no one's ever done anything like this.
Yes, they have! They have done it right here in Kimberley. Think of it as you think of the amalgamation of the mines. London is the claim exchange. And the Boers and the Germans and the Portuguese rival diggers. And everybody wants this little block of claims right here. But the legal owners sell to us. We register with the claim exchange and it's ours. It's ours. It's so simple.
Tell me if I've got this right. His Dusky Majesty signs on the dotted line. Up we go, do the spot of digging. When his back's turned, we trips him on the side of the head with a shovel and steals his bloody country. And how about the size of it?
It's fate, Barney. Can't stand in the way of fate. All that vast emptiness given over to savagery with its waste of nature and contempt for human life, it is inevitable that that should change. All I ask is that we should be the instruments of fate.
It ties me up. Same as it ties everyone else.
What's it going to be, Barney?
Well, some people has a fancy for this, some has a fancy for that. Rhodes' fancy is making empires. And I suppose I'll have to give in.
Hello there. Hello. Mrs. Helm. Charles Rudd.
Hello.
Goodness, De Beers. That's right. May I introduce Rochford Maguire? The third chap will be up shortly.
I wasn't expecting you.
Didn't you receive Rhodes' letter?
Of course, but I'd no idea you were already in the country. The king always tells me when he's given someone the road.
The road?
Permission to enter his country.
I'm afraid we couldn't wait for formalities.
You entered without his consent.
We're pressed for time. Could we talk privately?
Here, of course, Lobengula is all-powerful, but as far as the Zambezi and the Otzi, no.
He's absolute ruler of Matabele land and Mashonaland.
That's what he calls himself, but he's never conquered Mashonaland. Strictly between us, Lobengula is little more than a robber baron, sending out raiding parties, looting slaves and cattle.
I doubt if anyone in London will be unduly concerned about the finer points of Kaffir politics. Lobengula is the power in these parts. We must deal with the power. What have you told him?
I said he'd soon be visited by the three brothers of Ulodzi.
Ulodzi?
That's what they call Mr. Rhodes. You see, there's no R in their language.
Huh.
The king knows that Ulodzi is the great white chief who owns the big holes in Kimberley. So I simply said that Ulodzi's brothers were coming to ask permission to dig holes here.
What did he say?
Nothing.
Did you press our case?
Mr. Rudd, the king is pestered by concession hunters. His white dogs, I'm afraid he calls them, and he always seeks my advice in these matters. If I'm to be of service to you, I must be seen to be impartial, at least in the beginning.
Good.
I'm afraid you'll find a lot of opposition at court, the young warriors especially. Whatever you do, be wary of the whites. Some of them are real desperados. If they ever suspected that British rule might be extended here,
we will be on our guard. And now to the small matter concerning your time. Think of it as a retainer. The same sum will be paid every year. £200 in gold coins, count it if you like.
that really won't be necessary.
Good. And may I ask you to sign this?
Oh, of course.
Here.
You've no idea what this will mean to our little community.
And here. Bread upon the waters, what?
Well, we'll be on our way.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck.
We're there.
What do you mean we're there?
Quabble a while.
The place of the killing.
What's it?
That's what it means in English. Quabble Wild. The place of the killing.
Get down! Get down!
Cecil! Cecil!
Bayathe! Umsila unatshela into kunyathela kwethu uMisulu umhli wamadoda umhli wabafazi umajobajoba ngangoyisa umzilikazi bayathe! Hansi!
Ake sizweke ukuthi nina belungu ningoba.
Wena mkhulu kakhulu. Ingingu Thompson. Umpobabo wenduna olodi. Laba ngabe fowabo benduna.
Wena Thomasoni ngiyakwazi. Futhi unenhliziyo embi. Awuwathanda amandebele.
Akunjalo Nkosi.
Uma kungenjalo wangenisa ukwesela ezweni lami ngoba.
Shwele Nkosi nkulu. Angawazi amasiko enu. Simhlophe izinhliziyo zethu. Inkosi siyaphetele izipokani nemikonzo.
Sonelani ke namakhobokeni.
Wozani.
Uyini ke lo?
Ipindule.
Eat it for God's sake. Would you offend him? 3 helpings, that's the custom.
Sizosazi nini isinqumo senkosi.
Lolu daba alubhekananga nami nje kuphela. Kodwa kuyafuneka ngazi ukuthi isizwe sithini.
Kungabe kuhle yini uma inkosi ingabiza mbizo. Siphelelwe yizikhathi inkosi enkulu.
Wazini wena ngesikhathi? Isikhathi sidalelwe iziqili.
Thompson! Watch your move! What's that?
Excuse me, gentlemen.
What's happened?
Lotchi, one of the king's counselors, he wishes to see me.
Now? I'll come with you.
No, I have to go alone. Sawubona baba.
Sawubona. Thompson. Ngoze jukuthele kabi. Ithi nina belungu ngabaqambi bamanga.
Phinde baba. Abahlobo bakalothi bayitshela iqiniso inkosi.
Kuyiqiniso yini ukuthi uLodes wathunyelwa la indlovukazi abamhlophe? Pho yini kuze namanye amadoda la bese bethi yibona abathunyelwe la indlovukazi ugumba. Futhi bakusholana ukuthi uLodes umuntu wamanga nenhliziyo embi uzonda inkosi.
Banamanga. uLothi uyinduna yendlovukazi. Uyayithanda inkosi nesizwe sayo.
Angikhombise phela.
Guns? Why not? More used to the Matabele than beads and calico. Listen to me. Our whole business is hanging by a thread.
Yes.
you arm the Matabele, what will happen when the time comes?
Single-shot rifles, not much use against Maxims, 16-pounders, mortars. We won't have to worry.
The Shona from Matabele Rhodes?
Bullets a lot cleaner than a stabbing assegai.
You'll never get the guns into the country.
Easy. From the Cape through Bechuanaland.
British territories. It's against the law.
All right. Through Portuguese territory. Boer, how the guns get here is not the issue. It's your position.
Mr. Murat! How on earth do you expect me to persuade my principals in London that I consider gun running to be my Christian duty?
You've signed a solemn agreement, Helm.
I've had a couple of cables from the Colonial Secretary. Good and bad, I'm afraid. First, the guns. They will not be a problem.
You'll allow them to the Cape?
Providing that we are sufficiently discreet, yes. Reverend Helm's opinion appears to have carried a great deal of weight. Substitution of long-range rifles for stabbing assegais, a distinct gain to the cause of humanity.
Is that how he put it?
Yes, well, those were the thoughts. I had to polish the prose a bit.
And the bad news?
Those two fellows in Hubalawayo that you were worried about. The older one's called Maund. It seems he was a trooper with Methuen horse. The other one's his interpreter, a fellow by the name of Colin Brander. Anyway, it appears that they are agents for the Bechuanaland Exploring and Exploiting Company, Lord Gifford's group.
What does Gifford want with Lobengula?
Same as we do.
What? Gifford taking on the Beers? Ludicrous.
Never underestimate the aristocracy.
Sir, De Beers is valued at 13 million. That little lot's got 50,000 behind them, believe me, I know.
Yes, but his lordship has something that you sadly lack, old boy. Connections. You may be a big wheel here, Rhodes, but in England?
What? Come all over. It's called the Indaba.
Got bloody time. I'll get help.
Madoda kahleni. Senimzwile uThomosoni enithembisa izibhawume. Yebo. Manje zikuphi lezi bhawu? Ngicela kanjani lonke igolide ezweni lenu kepha enganalutho angalikhombisa khona. Yebo.
Abazi. Thompson hlala phansi. Khuluma somabolana. Khuluma.
Khulumile uzingcwele zibomvu. uThompson lo uyahamba.
Yebo.
Angalifuna njani igolide lonke ezweni bethu?
Yebo.
Yena akasinikeza isibhamu. Thina siyomvumela ukuthi agumbe endaweni eyodwa. Kodwa makufika omunye naye ephethe izibhamu siyomvumela agumbe kwenye indawo.
Njalo iqiniso lelo. Inkosi inkulu. Izinkunzi ezembili emhlambili award.
Cecil Thompson. Waphela ezinkulu zolibala ukulwa. Dabezitha. uThomasono. Uhlala mama. Futhi wena aseni.
Yabona nina belungu. Niyangihlanyisa. Helem. Loche. Wozanda. Thomason!
Yebo.
Nkosi singanibona.
Ngize nabafowethu.
Aha. Inkosi sinqumile. Ilungelo lokugumba izolinikeza nina.
Abekho abanye na?
Nina ningaletha lokho enzonikeza ngako mina ngizonikhombisa engizonikeza kona.
What's he saying? He's given us the rights, but not the exclusive rights. Not yet, anyway.
Well, I think that's all very satisfactory. Siyabonga, Ndabazita.
But we can't agree. Shut up!
Muklaumbe Ndabazita. Ube Ngalabega Lapau Pau.
Izwi lenkosi linesiqinisekiso. Ngakho ke angazi ukuthi usafunani ngoba ngilibekile lamizwi.
Yingoba no Lodzi. Kumele alitole izwi lenkosi.
Izwi lami likuleli pheshana.
Yebo, Ndabazita. Namazwi ka Thomason.
Thomason. Ngafunga ukuthi ngakulithatha izwi.
Ngifunga phambi kwakho Nkosi nkulu.
Lodge. Ingaba lamazwi ala alungile.
Amazwi wona ngathi mahle Ndabazita.
Kulungile nginikezele iphepha elingcoliswe izimpukane.
Complete and exclusive charge over all the minerals in my kingdoms, principalities, and dominions, together with the full power to win and produce.
Exactly.
He's given away his country.
It's all legal and above board, too. See here. Faithfully interpreted to the king and his full council of Indunas, all the constitutional usages of the Matabili nation fully observed. Signed, Reverend Helm.
Helm, yes. Good man, Helm, good man, yeah.
That'll be in Kimberley in about 6 weeks with the original document. Signed by the old savage himself.
I must see this forwarded to London, with my blessing.
Thank you, sir. Thought I might publish it in the Argus.
Not the full text, surely.
No. Nothing about the gun. It's just a straightforward statement of our rights. But I thought I might add one or two words from the old savage himself to frighten off Lord Gifford. Something along the lines of, be it known to all speculators and concession hunters that their presence in Matabele land is noxious to me personally. Enter at your own risk, signed Lobmangula, King of this and that.
Thompson. Unaye umfowenu ogama linguLords. Ekuthi ekuseni ukudla kwakhe kube ikudla izwe.
Nkosi nkulu.
Sinwele sibofu, mnikeze. Ngifuna wena Thompson, ungicacisele kahle ukuthi ingabe kunjalo na ukuthi izwe senginikeze ngalo na.
Cha Nkosi nkulu, akunjalo.
Uqamba amanga. Okubhalwa lapha ukuthi lonke into itholakala phansi komhlabathi into kaLords.
Akusilona iqiniso Nkosi.
Kepha ke kuyiqiniso ikuphi?
Nkosi nkulu. Akucabange ngezwi lakho ulufanisi nenkomazi endle. uLords uthi inkomazi ngeyakho. Yena ucela ubisi lolo nawe waziyo ukuthi lulungele izingane.
Ndabezitha lo muntu ungumlumbi. Udlala amacashalana ngamazwi.
Uyazi nina belungu, niyangihlanyisa. Thompson, ngifuna ukuthi ulandele lo phepha. Ngizohlolisisa kahle ukuthi amagama abhalwe lapho ingaba afanelekile na.
Selekude Nkosi nkulu. uLords usulithumele kumama wethu uNdlovukazi yabamhlophe.
Usudlala amacashalana manje? Angisazi ke noma ikhona yini le Ndlovukazi. Zinwele Sibovu, ikhona indlovukazi yenu nina abamhlophe.
Ikhona ndaba ezitha. Mangakhe uyibone ngamehlo. Uyizwe nalapha ekhuluma. Uyothola ukuthi uLodzi akanayo imvumelo ukukhuluma egameni lakhe.
Inkosi inkulu.
Dula wena, dula. Uyayibona ngiyizwe le ndlovukazi. Babiyana. Mthatha, sondelana. Uyabona wena Zinwele Sibovu. Koba kuhle uma wena noMawoni nihamba niyotshela indlovukazi ukuthi mina lo bengulu ngithi angivumeli noyedwa umlungu utakumbe la kuze kubuyiswe elivela lendlunkulu yabelungu. Bathatheni ke nihambe nabo nibasendlunkulu yabelungu.